Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. This month I put myself on a month-long pantry challenge to try and eat down some of my freezers. Well, for this meal I'm trying to use up some chicken, and I did a really bad job at recording this one, but I had my brother there that weekend, and so I just made some chicken mango tacos, and I added some black beans. I just went really simple on the seasonings and did cumin, oregano, garlic, onion powder, salt and pepper, and then I topped it with a mango salsa, some avocado, a little kale salad we had, and then that was just a really simple dinner that night. And I forgot to show you what it looked like, so this is after we ate most of it. And then this meal, I totally forgot to record, but I had lots of mangoes that my mom had bought me, so I made some mango barbecue sauce, and that is what is on the chicken. Lots of mango and pork theme in this video. But for this meal, we just cooked up some chuck eye steaks, I think they were called. I feel like in a lot of my videos, I do a lot of repetitiveness, but honestly, that's just how we cook around here. We use up what's either in the garden or what's in the fridge, and so it's a lot of like eating the same things a few times in a row just to use up things and not waste things. So we had these steaks in the freezer we used up, and then I just had some zucchini and some red noodle beans out of the garden. So just when I think these red noodle beans are done for the season, they start producing more. So that's been a really big blessing. And then we just served that with some mac and cheese that I had in the pantry. Okay, and then I think I might have showed this last week, but I had made a big pot of zuppa toscana, or the starts of zuppa toscana, and here we just decided to have more soup because, again, we are trying to use up things and not stick some stuff back in the freezer, just for now at least. So I had to finish off the zuppa toscana, and we just served it with toast, and then yeah. Just a really simple using up things. This is how we eat around here. It's really simple, nothing fancy a lot of the time. And then I just had a really small amount of cantaloupe in the refrigerator, and we cut that up and just shared that. And for this next meal, our sweet neighbors had gifted us this pig that they hunted, and I had cooked it up that night that they gave it to us. And it cooked all night, and then this is the next day. I actually had served it for lunch when a friend had come over, and then I immediately had deboned it and put the bones in broth because I didn't want to put the bones back in the freezer, and I made a pork broth, and I just put that on the crock pot setting. And then that night for dinner, I made up some buns, and we just had some pulled pork sandwiches. So like I said, the theme for this video is kind of mangoes and pork because I used mangoes and pork a lot in this video. But I had been recipe testing for some mango barbecue sauce. And so I had been using that a few times. Did about 3 different recipes and just trying to get my mango barbecue sauce finalized. And I hope to share that video with you guys soon. For this next meal, we had obviously a lot of pork left. It fed us about 4 meals, I think. And I decided to saute up some onions and some bell peppers out of the garden. And then I just topped some of that pulled pork with cheese and the bell pepper mixture. And I kind of made like Philly cheesesteaks, but they weren't true Philly cheesesteaks. I was kind of going for that, but... and then I had some okra out of the garden, and we just had fried up the okra for kind of an appetizer. And then I topped my pork with all the stuff and kind of baked it in the oven for about 10 minutes until the cheese was kind of crispy. And I had actually never had fried okra. This was the first time. Okra, from where I'm from, isn't really a popular thing. A lot of people don't even know about it, but I love it, and I will definitely be frying okra more often because just searing it like that made it really, really yummy. And then here is another batch of my mango salsa we were testing out, and we just kind of put some more pulled pork sandwiches, I guess, together that night for dinner. I am constantly always looking in my fridge and seeing what needs to be used up first before I dig into the pantry and the freezer. Okay, and then again, we're using more of that pork. This is the last of it, and I decided to do some quick enchiladas. I was doing a huge canning day this day, and I just needed something fast, and I was getting so tired, and I just didn't want to have to cook something else. So I just really threw these together. I obviously pulled out these tortillas earlier that week and needed to get those used up. And I just made a really simple enchiladas, and I didn't even serve anything else with it. And then in my freezer, I had these garlic chives that are from my garden that I froze, and they're just a nice, easy way to top things with. Okay, and then for this, this was just actually breakfast, and don't mind me, and I'm still in my robe. It was pretty early in the morning, and I had, my brother had made something like this one time, so that's where the inspiration had kind of come from, but they were kind of like breakfast bites, I guess you could say. Now, I had just used the BUN recipe that I've been really enjoying. I'll link that down below. But I had just filled these bun dough with some eggs, some sausage and cheese, and some cowboy candy, and just baked them in the oven, and they turned out really, really yummy. I think I could have stretched the bun dough a little bit more because it was very bread heavy, but next time I think I would probably put more inside, more of the like egg sausage mixture on the inside. But that was this week's meals, and I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks, bye.